Hey guys, welcome back. Mr. Wrong here with Doing It Wrong Woodshop. You ever feel like your table saw blade might be secretly plotting against you? You're getting those uneven cuts, the binding boards, the smell of burning wood, and even that one piece of really expensive hardwood that shot out like a missile and now it's firewood. I feel your pain. So in this video, we're going to talk about a super simple method, no fancy tools required, for getting that table saw blade to line up perfectly with your miter slot. Because as far as I'm concerned, precision should not require a PhD, and it certainly shouldn't require a mortgaged Festool collection. So if you're making those trapezoidal masterpieces and wondering why your projects are not quite squaring up, well, stick around because we're here to do it wrong so that you get it right.
All right, so our first step is just to make sure that the blade is straight up and down. We don't want to be measuring a beveled blade or an angled blade. So check the square of the table to the blade, off by 0.1 degrees. I'm okay with that. Next is we're going to find out how straight the blade actually is. We put our combination square into the miter slot, touch it gently up against the front of the blade, lock it in, and we slide to the back. Oh, I can see a gap there. We must be off. Slide it to the front, it's touching, sliding to the back, and check this out. Big old gap. Let's get that taken care of. Underneath in the back of the table, you'll be able to see two hex bolts on there. We're just going to loosen those up, which allows the whole drive carriage to move. So we're going to slide it left, right, which will help us orient the blade in the proper fashion there. Now that it's loose, you can see that I can actually slide it. And I don't need to move it much, just a tad bit. So because the back of the blade pinched in toward the fence, we're going to move this out. Just tap it. You may actually hit it with a mallet just to move it just a tiny little bit if you need to. But once you do that, you check it up against your miter slot again. So we're just going to measure one more time with a combination square. Touch it lightly to the front. And I like to go right about where the gullet of the blade tooth is, not on the actual tip, because those do protrude further than the blade body. Looks like we have a nice square blade here, so now we just got to get back underneath there and tighten those bolts back up. Crank them down, and do know that it is possible that while you're tightening these bolts, you can actually slide the carriage again. So we're going to need to go back and double check, triple check this one final time. So let's make one last check on this blade. Again, we touch it in right at the front, about the gullet of the tooth. Slide it back. Looks pretty good to me. Nice and straight. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah. Final step. Now that we've got the blade square, let's just check and make sure that it is still lined up properly to our fence. So we set the blade, I set it in this case at 2.5 inches. Go ahead and run a cut through, and let's see if we move the blade too close, too far away in the process. That looks like about 2.5 inches, spot on to me. So I think we did a great job here. Well done.
And there we have it, everybody. Our table saw is now true, it's accurate, it's lined with the miter slot. This is going to give us better results, cleaner cuts. It's going to be safer, less kickback, and overall things just are better off in the shop now than they were. So I hope that helps you. If you have any questions about your particular brand of table saw, please leave me a comment below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share if there's anybody else out there that might be able to benefit from this. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for tagging along. We'll talk to you next time.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.